Hey guys, the Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Marvel news video. And today we have the official set pictures of the new LEGO Marvel sets that are releasing for January 1st, 2026. So these sets have been officially revealed since last night, and so far we only have like 6 sets because the other ones haven't been revealed yet. So these are the sets that we have so far for the new wave for 2026. So I am going to show you guys each pictures of all the new sets that are coming out on January 1st for next year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first up, let's start with the one that everybody is excited for. So this is set 76334, the epic battle Spider-Man versus Sandman. It ages 9 plus, as 201 pieces, and this set will be $25 when it comes out on January 1st. So this is another Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire set right here that is based off of Spider-Man 3, and holy crap, I can't believe we're getting a Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi set in 2026. That is awesome. When I heard the rumors, I thought we're gonna get this with the Bully Maguire symbiote Spider-Man suit minifigure along with it, but at least this set is incredible. So you only get 2 exclusive minifigures, which is the live action versions of Venom and Sandman. If we do get Tobey Maguire Spider-Man again, the look of him, that's like the same version from the No Way Home Final Battle set from 2 years ago. Well, maybe they made some upgrades with the torso with some adjustments, but to me it feels like the same figure that we've already gotten. But I still wish they gave him some sidearm printing to complete the look, but I can't believe this set is nice. So we have the display stand right here, and everything else looks good. I love the display plaque. We have like some of the construction area along with Venom's black webs and some of the symbiote tentacles along with that little crane build. And I love like the street light, the fire hydrant. Actually, not fire hydrant, fire extinguisher is what I meant to say, not fire hydrant. And everything else looks pretty good, right? So we have Topher Grace's Venom right here. So this is our first ever live action Venom Lego minifigure since we've gotten the comic book one. So again, I still love Tom Hardy's Venom a lot since I'm not a fan of Topher Grace's Venom in the film. Well, he's still a good actor, but him as Venom, not so freaking much. But anyways, I love the face and torso printing for the Raimi's Venom, so that is pretty awesome. I love how they give him like the tentacle pieces that are coming out of his back. Well, even though that didn't happen in the movie, well, later on when Peter does like the sound effects to defeat him, but the rest of the character looks great. And we have like the live action version of Sandman for the first time ever, all sandy. It looks pretty cool. I'm so happy they made him as a minifigure too in that live action look. So that is awesome. I love the brick build sand hands, the giant sand hands for him. That is just phenomenal. And everything else with the construction area for the display pack for the build itself for the final battle scene is pretty nice. But it would have been nice if they gave us the Harry Osborn minifigure in his new Goblin suit to complete the full final battle, as well as MJ with that taxi to complete the look. But at least this is still a pretty cool set. I'm still gonna buy it because the minifigures, and it looks so freaking fantastic. Next up, we have the new Spider-Man vs. Mysterio Daily Bugle modular building set. So this is set 76342. It ages 10 plus. It has 781 pieces, and this set will cost $100 right here. So honestly, when I heard the rumors, I thought this is gonna be a $110 set, but it's just $100. So at least the price is not so bad right here. But you do get a total like of 7 characters right here. Some are new, some are repeats, and I'm glad they added a Venomized Captain America minifigures. So yeah, they're still gonna continue on with the Venomized characters, and I'm glad they're still doing that because I wanted to get some of the characters that haven't been Venomized before. So Venomized Cap is pretty awesome. I totally did that. And even the new Mysterio minifigure that has that skull underneath his helmet, so that is awesome. We haven't gotten a Mysterio minifigure since like 2021 that I'm assuming. So yeah, he looks pretty good. And we do get a new J. Jonah Jameson minifigure. It looks pretty decent for the way it is. Spider-Gwen's the same. Don't really care about her that much because that's the same version that we've been getting all over again. And we do get a new We do get a new Rhino minifigure is what I meant to say. So Rhino is pretty nice. Well, I rather prefer him to be a big figure instead of a minifigure, but I could still dig the mech right here. Well, at least it's not another mech for Miles or Peter. Thank God for that, since that's just pretty annoying right here. But still, at least the mech is pretty nice and solid, but I rather prefer Rhino to be a big figure. If we do get a new Miles Morales, which I'm very happy about, since I'm glad they didn't give us like a repeated version of his like Spider-Verse look with the jacket, but at least I love the new look for him. Peter is the same version. I still wish we could get a new updated classic Spider-Man suit, because the 2021 Insomniac look is starting to annoy me to death. But the Bugle itself looks nice, and I honestly love the 2021 D2C 18 Plus set that cost $300 back in 4 years. Since I still have that set, it was the coolest set I ever have. But at least I still dig everything else. It is one of those new modular, well, mini modular buildings that you can't connect to the Oscorp set, the Peter's apartment set, and even the Across the Spider-Verse Bodega set. So I will review this and combine it with the other modular buildings. So everything for the build looks pretty nice. I love the newsstand, and even like that little screening with Mysterio, and also that billboard with Spider-Man. So yeah, that does look freaking awesome. Well, I'm still gonna get this because the Rhino, Venomized Cap, and the Mysterio minifigure, and possibly Miles for the set itself. Next up, we have the $130 Iron Man Mark III Collector's Edition, aka the biddable Mark III Iron Man minifigure. So this is at 76344. It ages 18 plus. It has 1,297 pieces. And like I said, this is going to be an $130 set. And honestly, I thought this set doesn't come with the minifigure, but turns out it does. So we do get that Mark III Iron Man minifigure once again. And the coolest part about him is that they gave him some arm printing, which is awesome. So they used to like give Iron Man some arm printing, which is like the Silver Centurion figures, and I feel like that's the only Iron Man armor that has arm printing back in 2016, which is 9 years ago. But turns out I'm surprised that they gave that armor some arm printing, which is fantastic in my opinion. So I don't have anything else to say about him. The helmet's the same, and even the torso, hip, leg, and toe printing are the same since 2021 and 2022. Now for the buildable figure itself, it is pretty decent for the way it is, since they did like capture like the same design as like one of those Star Wars buildable figures, especially K2SO. So I love the stand right here that says Lego Marvel Iron Man Mark III. That is a printed plaque right here. And I love how you can pose him with the head and even the arms right here. And I don't think the legs can't move because they are in a still position, because they are attached to the stand. Same thing with like the Star Wars buildable characters, as I mentioned like a second ago. And I totally dig the box art right here, so that is pretty nice right here. And this is an Infinity Saga base set, which you can see on the box. So yeah, this is based off of the first Iron Man movie from 2008 from the MCU Phase 1 lineup. So I love the nice look for the repulsor palms. I feel like those are like printed pieces or stickers. Well, I'm assuming they're stickers because I feel like they are. And same thing with the arc reactor and the side of the left leg. And the helmet looks pretty weird and goofy because Lego still didn't nail the look for the helmet for these buildable Iron Mans, because they look so wacky and they look so silly in my opinion. But at least I still take everything else, and they use like the mech finger pieces in dark red for the fingers and thumb for both of his hands. And yeah, I still take everything else for the coloring. Well, I'll see if I could pick this one up. I know I have that Mark III Iron Man minifigure, but I love how they added some arm printing for the character. But still, at least I'll see if I could get this Mamma Jamma. Next up, here's another set that I'm really looking forward to it because I'm still excited for it. So this is set 76343. This is another Infinity Saga set that is based off of Marvel Studios' Avengers Age of Ultron, and that is the epic battle Hulkbuster versus the Hulk. It ages 9 plus, and has 413 pieces, 1 minifigure, and 1 big figure. And this set will be $50 in the US. So I know we've been getting a lot of Hulkbuster sets, but this one is pretty Nice. So I'm glad this is not based off of Infinity War because we've already gotten the play scale Hulkbuster sets for Infinity War. Well, again, I still have the Infinity War Hulkbuster in my opinion, but I'm glad they're bringing back the Age of Ultron Hulkbuster because it has been 10 years since we've gotten a play scale version of the Age of Ultron Hulkbuster. And I'm glad this is not another one for adult collectors in that 18 plus D2C wave like that awful one back in 3 years. So we do get another Mark 43 Iron Man minifigure once again, and I noticed on the box that he also has arm printing. So that is pretty exciting to me in my opinion. So maybe that figure could be exclusive because of the arm printing. I feel like the way it looks is like the same one as the one from the buildable Iron Man not minifigure, buildable Iron Man figure is what I meant to say that we already took a look at. But the rest of the figure is the same one that we've been getting since in the Quinjet set from this year, and even the two Age of Ultron first battle scenes from last year with the Diorama set and the Iron Legion set. Hulk is the same, but I noticed that the face printing is different because the new face print for Hulk represents like his red eyes because he has been possessed by Scarlet Witch because of the whole mind control scene. I love the little display stand. It is pretty solid since I love the printed plaque that says Avengers Age of Ultron, Hulkbuster versus the Hulk. And we have like that street area for the city of South Africa. And we have that jackhammer hand for the Hulkbuster flying around with that hovering piece right there. And the build for the Hulkbuster, honestly, it's not a bad build in my opinion. So I love how they added the Power Burst pieces on the bottom of the feet. So yeah, I totally dig everything else right here. So honestly, the updated look for it is starting to get better than the original one. While I still adore the original one back in 10 years. Well, I still have the set, but I no longer have it on display, and it's no longer put together since it's all falling apart. But I am gonna buy it still because I am gonna like display it right here and also review it too. So this is a pretty outstanding set. Next up, we have the set 76336, the Spider-Man card versus Venomized Wolverine. It ages 7 plus, it has 134 pieces and 2 minifigures. And this set will be $20 right here, which is not bad. So at least it's not like $25 or so, but at least 20 could be a good price right here. So we do get Spidey again, and we have Venomized Wolverine, which is pretty awesome. So I'm glad they're making more Wolverine minifigures in my opinion, because we need some more X-Men magic for this theme. So I love like the torso printing and the face printing, but I still wish they could give them more detailing for the legs, because we all know how Lego Marvel minifigures are without some leg printing right here. The car is pretty nice since it gives me that Iron Spider vibe because of the way it looks with that printed hood piece with the spider logo, and also the color scheme with the red, gold, silver, and the dark gray look. Well, actually is like that dark blue and the dark gray look. But at least the car looks pretty nice. I love the spring-loaded shooters that you can't shoot out of the front since it is pretty nice. But once again, this is made for kids, and Spidey doesn't need a vehicle that often. Well, I'm mostly gonna buy it because of that Wolverine minifigure, the Venomized Wolverine minifigure, but I wish they gave him some more detailing with the cowl and the legs. But at least it's still not so bad after all. But at least I still dig like everything else for the figure itself. And again, the car is pretty nice right here. We've been getting a lot of Spider-Man cars. Well, a couple of them for the theme itself. Well, this is made for kids, as I mentioned, but at least it's not a bad build since I totally dig the build for the car itself. Again, it gives me the Iron Spider vibes because of the way it looks with the color scheme and the printed hood piece. But yeah, I totally dig this set. At least $20 isn't a bad price for what you're getting for 134 pieces, but at least it is a pretty solid looking set. Last but not least, we have a very cool looking cheaper set. So this is set 76335, Spider-Man vs. Ghost Rider Motorcycle. It ages 6 plus, it has 72 pieces and 2 minifigures. And this set will be $10 for what you're getting. And this is not so bad after all. For $10, this is perfect. This is a really good deal. So we do get another Spider-Man main figure again. Nothing too special about him. This is the same one with that webbing piece, but we do get one exclusive minifigure, that is Ghost Rider. So I'm glad they're bringing Ghost Rider back because we haven't gotten him since in 2 years, in my opinion. But at least I love the face and torso protein. The flame piece is nice, and I bet they did the same thing with those pumpkin bombs with the separate minifigure head and the flame piece from the Peter Parker's apartment set and even the Oscorp set. And I love the new flame pieces on his hands. That is so awesome. And I love the build for his bike. So this is the only build that you get because that's just the name of the set. So the build for the bike looks pretty cool. And I love the printed piece with that skull on the front of the bike, which is awesome. And we do get these 2 stud shooters, which is pretty cool. I love the flame piece and everything else with the color scheme. It looks so awesome. So I can't believe we are getting a new Ghost Rider set after 2 years, since this is a pretty good deal. So $10 for all this, very awesome. Well, everyone will buy this set mostly for the Ghost Rider minifigure. So yeah, I totally dig everything else for the set itself. I am gonna buy it still. Hopefully it doesn't go out so quickly on January the 1st, because I wanted to get my hands on the new Ghost Rider, since I still have the previous Ghost Rider minifigures in my collection from the previous sets I already reviewed in the past. But this set is still great. So once again, $10, very good deal. And this is a pretty awesome set. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty good set in my opinion because of what you're getting for $10. And this is just very awesome. So I can't wait to get my hands on this set. The Ghost Rider minifigure is nice. And Spidey, still wish they can make a new one because that version doesn't interest me at all since it 4 freaking years. But still, everything in this set looks pretty nice. So there you guys have it. These are all 6 of the new LEGO Marvel sets that are coming out on January 1st, 2026. So this is not the completed wave, since we are missing a couple of sets like the buildable Groot and the Miles Morales versus Spider-Man 2099 set, since we are waiting for pictures of those. Maybe they are going to show up like later on in November or possibly in December, because I'm mostly thinking of December, but at least we don't have to wait until December for these sets to reveal it, since they usually do, or maybe like mid or late November. But still, I can't wait to get my hands on these sets, especially that Spider-Man 3 set, because that set is very awesome. I can't believe it. A Spider-Man 3 set in 2026, that just blew my freaking mind. But I can't wait to get some of these sets. Some interest me, some could have been better, but still, this is a pretty nice and solid looking wave, and this is gonna be a blast to me, in my opinion, for the lineup itself. So I don't have anything else about to say. Well, I don't have anything else to say about these sets, is what I meant to say, but at least they are pretty nice for the way they are. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the save button, and don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about the new wave for the lineup itself. I'll see you later.